up off of that thing and dance to you, feel better. Get up off of that thing and dance to you, sing it now. Get up off of that thing and dance to you, feel better. Get up off of that thing, try to release that pressure. Get up off of that thing and shake to you, feel better. Get up off of that thing.
Hey kids, welcome back. You're like, why am I seeing JJ Roto Geek's garage? Because I am doing a review on the Rovan SLT360, okay? And the reason I'm not showing it to you yet is because this is a Mocha Jadina. Very, very cool bird. One of my favorite frames by my favorite makers, right? So here's the car, and the reason I'm showing you the quad is to give you an idea of how large this frickin' SLT360 is. It is big, and as a matter of fact, we're gonna grab this one, the 275A, and we're gonna put it next to it to check the wheelbase. Now the wheelbase of the 275A is a little bit longer, okay? Not bad, but the SLT is much, much bigger. Now, I told you the other day when I was doing the review for this guy, the 275A, that I was going to be doing this review. This thing, we're not even going to be firing it up because honestly, it's not broke in yet, and it's really not that exciting to see one of these things going quarter throttle up and down the road. And the other reason is smoking hot wife and daughter number 1 are gone, and my 2-year-old's in the house sleeping. And this thing is so fucking loud, guys. Forget about it. It's an absolute beast. So we're not going to mess with this. Again, Rovan RC, bad car. I have driven it around the yard. I have not even tuned in the engine. I've only driven it maybe twice just because time hasn't allowed, and it seems like every time I go to fire it up, the kid's taking a frickin' nap. So, you know, fatherhood. Again, bead lock wheels, very, very frickin' nice wheels. Love these things. This one's a little bit of a scale up to this guy. Okay, sorry, I keep forgetting this thing's on my fucking head. This guy here is $650, whereas this guy's $400, and some of the differences are the shocks are much, much different. Look at the size of these shocks, right? Fucking huge. Those are huge too. I love this car. I actually think that I'm going to be driving this car probably even more just because I just love buggies. But anyway, this one just has better stuff. You know, it's a little bit higher end of a model. It weighs an absolute ton, to the point where I would not want to carry this thing far. It weighs a lot more than that guy does. Very, very massive. I don't even know what the weight is on it, but it's fucking big. Okay. The body, a little bit higher quality than that one, obviously. It's got sway bars in here to help with all the suspension and all that good stuff. Air filter. This one has a bigger engine as well. We're going to go ahead and pop off the body. It's just 3 pins. It's kind of a bear to take off because this part of the body squeezes through the shock tower. Yeah, but this one's the 36cc, which this one is the 28cc. Much larger, much louder. And this one, again, like I said, is all-wheel drive, so it's got a little bit more torque where it counts. Let's go ahead and get this off. Cool body, though. It's very, very nice. This one's laid out much different than the 275. Big tank. Looks like a bigger tank to me. I'm not totally sure the size because I don't have the specs in front of me. You can tell I haven't even driven this thing yet, hardly, because there's no dirt in it. It's got, I believe that's aluminum. Don't quote me on that. This, I said in the review of this one that they used really flimsy gas lines on these. Not poor quality, just the elasticity. They're very, very squishy. This is the one that was kinked. It basically had too much line out like this, and it was kind of like that, so I just kind of pulled it back, and it's fine. It's not a big deal. Definitely not something I would even worry about. Gas tank, very cool cap, dual element filter, and this is something that one is too, and I didn't show you guys this. That's a dual element filter too. That one's a bitch to take apart. This one's much easier. You can see you've got the ring, and then you've got the inner core, and they give you two replacement elements as well. I believe they're different colors. Don't quote me on that. Doesn't matter. It's a fucking air filter, guys. I might hydro dip this with like a happy face or something. But anyway, killer engine. The engine's just fucking huge, right? So you got an all-wheel drive. Oh, God. All right. Here's your differential. It's got dual disc brakes. So here's your discs. Okay, so it's quite the interesting servo setup. So here's, you know, when you're going backwards, like that, it's going to pull both brakes in because this car has a fuck ton of mass. It really does. Trust me, guys, this thing's like getting hit by a Honda. It'll kill you. It's a big sled. So there's your throttle, and then when you go back, that's your brakes. Obviously, dual discs on the transfer case. That is a metal, looks like a pot metal cast. Steering servo, very beefy, huge servo saver, obviously. Just a beast. Comes with a tuned pipe. I had to buy a tuned pipe for this one. And again, this is kind of the entry level for 5th scale RC. Very cool car. I absolutely love it. I would buy it again tomorrow. If it got run over by a car today, I would buy it again tomorrow. No big deal. But this sled here, very fucking cool. Like I said, a little bit more expensive, but you can see you've got your dual differentials here because it's all-wheel drive. Here's your switch. Here is your radio box, which I have never even opened, by the way. But you just pop this out. This is the transmitter it came with, and I showed you guys this the other day. This is that FlySky FS-GT 3B, and I love it. It's actually much better than my Radio Link, I think, just from a quality standpoint. It's built really well. It's 3-channel, which is really all you need for a car or boat. I'm going to convert all my cars over to this. My boats are going to stay on the Radio Link, and then Tyrannus is always going to be quads and airplanes and drones. And a buddy of mine on the channel told me there's a firmware that you can update this up to 8-channel. I'm not really sure why you would need 8 channels on a pistol grip, but whatever. So we turn it on. Okay, there's your throttle, brakes, watch. It stops. All right, steering. So these are the servos. This is the size servo that we use in the big boats, you know, like the boats that I have for like the Rockstar that has the 2-cycle engine in it as well. Absolutely awesome. Here's your battery compartment, and this has the same radio battery. I believe it's a 6,000 milliamp nickel metal hydride. Is that right? Rovan 4500. Okay, I'm sorry. 6-volt 4500 nickel metal hydride, and it has that Tamiya connector on it. You probably can't see it. Doesn't matter. It's the same one as in that. Gives you about 6 hours, they say, of radio time, and they give you a charger with it. Very fucking cool. I'm not used to nickel metal hydride anymore. That was that was back in the day. That back in the 80s we used to use those suckers, but. They give you a charger with it. This particular model came with, if I can remember right, came with the cool gas can, which is right there, which helps you do the mix. You pour the oil on one side, pour the gas in the other, all good. It came with the radio. It came with wheel tools. It came with extra boots for the differentials. Actually, extra nothing. I guess I need to put them on. My bad, whatever. But it came with boots for the diffs, or the dog bones. It came with a bunch of extra parts, full-size radio, very nice radio, I might add. Came with everything you need to do. All you got to do is fire it up and go. Easy pull start system, which is cool. Like I said, the thing weighs a fuck ton. It's absolutely awesome. So, you know, bigger is better unless it's disease, debt, or ass. So, you know, there's my clip. Oh, hang on. See, this is not a professional review, but you guys are used to that. So, very big wheelbase on this thing. I haven't really driven it a lot. Like I said, I've literally started it twice, I think. Fired right up. Absolutely had no problems with it. But it does need tuned. I noticed that the factory needles, the needle settings for the high and low, which are right here. The long one's your high needle, the short one's your low needle. They were fucked up. They were not even close, which is fine. Who cares? Whenever I get an engine, whether it's a nitro engine or a 2-cycle engine, I always reset the needle settings because I just don't trust anybody. Whether I buy it off eBay or whether I buy it brand new, that's what I do. Put it to factory. Usually with these big 2-cycle, these 2-stroke engines, put them two turns all the way out. It'll run stupid rich and horrible, but it'll be safe and it's not gonna burn anything up. Shocks are adjustable, air over oil. They are booted, which is very cool. Let's see what the bottom looks like. Yep, there's your I think this is an anodized aluminum. Let's find out. I'm pretty sure it is, so we're just gonna grab a magnet. It might be steel, I don't know. Looks like anodized aluminum to me. Nope, aluminum. Cool. So I was right. So I can't imagine what this thing weighs if it were steel. So there you go. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Adjustable turnbuckles and all that good stuff, just like an RC car, just like a 1/10. Gas tank is ISO mounted. This one's a little bit more bolted together, whereas that one has got a little bit more of a clevis pin. Everything on that sled there is completely connected with just about. Like the roll cage, the body, the wings, all that stuff is connected with pins, whereas this one you can see is bolted up. I kind of like the pins better, to be honest with you. It's like boom, 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 done, easy. Super huge engine in this one. Like I said, again, that one's a 28, and this one, I always forget, is a 36 cc. Fires right up, absolutely no problems. The little bit that I have run it, thing runs like a scalded fucking dog. It's just so cool. And that's going to be part 2 of this video. Like I said, I still need to break it in, and I don't really want to show you guys a video that is just a little, you know, a really loud fucking car going slow. That's stupid. So there you go. Tons of hop-ups for this thing that you can buy, upgrade, just like this one. You can buy multi-speed transmissions and all this other stuff. So anyway, bam, I think that's it. Very, very cool car. I love it. I'm in love with it. I cannot wait to really give it a drive, and hopefully I will get it broken in tonight. I'm going to Detroit tomorrow for work, so maybe on my drive home I can fire it up for you guys and do some FPV or even cheap-ass hat cam. So until the next time, kids, bam. Very cool fucking car. Keep shiny side up. Bye.